What is blood sugar? I feel like that's a term that's used a lot, and just in case you don't know what that is, I'm going to define it in this video. If you struggle with brain fog, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, weight control, or other symptoms related to high blood pressure, as I go through what blood sugar is, I'm also going to talk about how to control it. Whenever we eat food, our body turns that food into a fuel source called glucose or blood sugar. That blood sugar gets pushed to our cells. It feeds our cells. Whether that's a muscle cell, a liver cell, or a fat cell, that is the fuel source that keeps our body living. This is why if our blood sugar gets too low, that's a problem because our body needs that fuel to function, but it's also a problem if our blood sugar gets too high. When our blood sugar is too high, it can be hard to concentrate or focus. We can have frequent urination. It can cause blurry vision or fatigue, tiredness. If we're eating too much sugar, too many carbohydrates and food, and our blood sugar gets high, but our body can't pack away that sugar fast enough, so that sugar remains in our blood, which is really bad because it can cause damage to our nerves and to our body. This is one of the biggest problems that we have today. This leads to obesity, pre-diabetes, and then eventually type 2 diabetes. So how can we keep our blood sugar low enough that we don't have these problems, but not too low that our body doesn't have enough fuel to function? The key is something called fiber. In nature, every carbohydrate has fiber in it. What fiber does is it prevents the blood sugar from spiking and also prevents the blood sugar from crashing. The problem with the modern food environment is that processed food makers have been taking the fiber out of their food for lots of different reasons, but this means that when we eat that processed food, it is spiking all of our blood sugars out of control. The easiest first aid to do would be to eat more fiber, eat more whole foods, unprocessed foods that have that fiber in it that can prevent our blood sugar from spiking and crashing.